Well, guys, thank you for coming to our podcast here.
You do know you tricked me on the cab. I was coming to get parts.
Well, we can talk about parts.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at all. We got parts.
Well, you got a lot. I got them piled up in the back. I didn't feel like hauling them out here. Hoods, full trunks, bumpers, header panels. You got it all.
We're going to do a video on that here in a little bit.
You're going to like it.
There was a few people that asked me, do you actually buy your stuff from Camaro Firebird Central?
I'm pretty sure you do.
Nope, I had these boxes printed up just for you people to do a stupid video. Yeah.
You did good. Let them think that though,
No, we don't want to think that. We want to buy them parts.
Well, we want to supply you parts and we want to get you really what you need at a good price, Steve.
That's nice.
Well, guys, I mean, we got James Goad, AKA Reaper. I mean, you've been all over TV, social media. You got a lot going on.
There's 4 or 5 people who know who I am anyway.
I mean, how did you get started into racing? How did it come about that you were like, I want to be a race car driver?
Oh, no, I never wanted to be a race car driver.
Well, how did you get into it, though? How did you become a street outlaw?
Street outlaw, or are we going back to where, what started it all?
What started it all?
My dad. My dad had a 65 short wide Chevy pickup that had a LS6 in it, 2 Fords, often has a 360-degree intake, 2 660 center squirters, a Kenny Bell switch pitch 400 transmission, turbo 400, and he went out every Friday and Saturday night street racing.
So you got hooked early.
And that truck, and it had Studebaker hubcaps on the front.
No way.
Yep, he ran the Studebaker hub because he ran a 15-inch, a 7-inch wheel with a bias ply tire for less rolling resistance.
What year was
this? This is 1975.
Wow. I mean, that's a lot for 1975.
Yeah. That truck, there's only one time he ever took it down the racetrack when a friend of ours, Rick Sherrill, was running his dragster, and my dad, something happened to the dragster halfway down the track, and we pulled it back, and Rick was on my dad going, yeah, I just run the truck one time. Run it one time. He goes, I don't give a shit. He said, I'm not racing. He said, no, I don't care what it runs, as long as I ain't got to run the guy beside me. But he did run the truck one time and went 1186. Which 1975
that's
with a full-bodied 65 Chevy pickup.
So I mean, around the town, what town was this in?
Muskogee.
Muskogee. So fastest car.
He went to Muskogee. There was always the debate who was faster. There was JJ, a guy that had a Superbird.
Oh yeah.
And my dad's truck.
Oh yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
But them two never could. They never caught up with each other to see who was the fastest.
That Superbird back in '75 was pretty damn cool.
Yeah. But that was every Friday, Saturday night, my dad would go out street riding. Dad, let me go. You ain't going. Boy, get back in the house.
But you did go.
He never let me go.
Never let you go.
Never let me go.
So that's how you got into it.
Yeah, but as far as I ever got was I always helped him rebuild the motor, because every year he'd pull the motor out, put rings, bearings, all that. And we're sitting in the living room one day, and he's got all these. He's got a first design L88 cam, second design L88 cam, because he ran GM camshafts, because the aftermarket wasn't that much back then.
Yeah.
And then he had the LS6 cam. He goes, he said, think about changing the cam of the truck. Which one would you put? I said, well, which one's the biggest? He said, second design L88 cam. I says, put that one in there. He goes, wrong. I said, why? He goes, bigger's not always better.
It's true,
was my first cam. That was the thing. My dad never wanted me working on cars. Matter of fact, he told me when I was growing up, he said, boy, I catch you mechanicking on cars, I'm gonna break both your hands. You're gonna be a doctor or a lawyer. That shit didn't happen.
I'm glad that you did work on cars.
Well, it was because of him.
You done good.
But that's what got me wanting to race all the time.
So I mean, did you just street race before you got into it?
Yeah, that's all I ever did was street race. I've been to one bracket race in my life. I went to a bracket race with my white Chevy too, which that car back in the late 80s, early 90s run 950s, which back then was pretty
damn fast, yeah.
But when I sat there at that light, holding the car, and I dialed in like 10-0, and I'm sitting there watching that car go all the way down. I don't have that kind of patience.
Yeah.
I hear it. And I said, this bracket race is like eating spinach. There ain't no taste in it. I'm done. So
not that fun.
I honestly did not even know what a 400 Pro Tree was until just before I got on the show.
That's pretty wild.
Never went to the racetrack.
So how'd you end up getting on the show though? So how does that work?
So there was now when I had that Chevy 2 and for street
people
racing,
knew you.
Everybody
in the
knew,
town.
but
Yeah,
knew
I'm
me for
sure.
street racing.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. That's why the big first episode they did was Oklahoma street racing legend James Goad, blah blah blah. And my mom did never name me Reaper. When we were doing the car, we were no prep racing. And I wanted this kind of cool deal, so we wrapped the car and I put Reaper. Well, at first, I was going to do Reaper SS. Well, in the font that Reaper was in, when the guy was doing the wrap, when he laid it out, it looked like 2 lightning bolts.
Yeah.
I said, nobody's going to say I'm racist. I hate everybody equally.
Yeah.
That way I can never be racist. So I dropped the SS part of it. We just put Reaper. And the first time I was on that show,
It stuck.
it stuck.
I mean, from then on, Reaper.
Yeah, it's one of those deals that I just have to accept it because I'm never going to get away from it.
No, I call you James. I think I called you on the phone the other day. You said, first time I called you Reaper. Yeah.
Did you see what somebody come out the door saying?
Well, yeah, that's Reaper.
Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, no, my name's not Reaper to you. I'm going to go out there and cut donuts and it's Firebird for calling me Reaper.
You probably should.
Sean will
you
have
know?
a stroke.
No, Sean would love it, dude. It'd be like blessing his car.
I want to see him go drive that car because that car's still got G78 bias-ply tires on it.
He's had that car a long time. So Jimmy Rowe will have that thing running like a champ before you know it.
That's a cool car.
I mean,
He's
you got
a lot
your
of these
wife
cool
with you
cars.
today, so how long have you all been together?
17 years.
17 years.
My-
Life is good, huh?
Life is good.
Goes by quick.
It does.
No.
Well, I don't know. It feels like it's like 35 years.
Oh, now, come
Bless
on.
your heart.
I know.
So, Stacy, in your day to day, you got to manage this guy like full time, or is it
Yep.
part time job? It's a
No,
full time.
it's a full-time job.
Does she do good?
Well, she has to get up every morning and stretch because she knows it's going to be an eventful day.
There's never a dull
I couldn't
moment.
imagine. You know.
Well, when I was done with the show, and the reason I was done with it, a lot of people they think I just got out of racing. I'm never going to stop racing. But when
Where is this show right now?
At
Is
MP, well, we can't talk about that on the podcast,
Okay.
but it's not over. It's just changing.
Changing?
It's going to go back to the roots.
Transitioning.
But when the last car went 385 at 200 mile an hour, and I can't win, I'm afraid. If I get the right person the first round, I might go 1 round. That's how fast those cars
Yeah,
are.
they're crazy.
They're in the 70s.
But they got. I mean, they're spending $250,000 on just the motor.
250 grand. I don't even touch one of those cars.
Motor.
Yeah,
You know, so
those
yeah.
cars, to build one of those cars, compete in MPK is about 350, 400 grand starting.
That's crazy.
And that
You know.
doesn't even count what it takes to maintain them.
So you've had. I know the first one, Reaper. Did that the original Reaper burn in that trailer fire?
Yes.
So how did you come about getting out of that and getting back into it? Why didn't you just give up after that? I mean, how'd that? That's
we were in
crazy.
the process of building another car at the time that
You were in the
happened.
middle of building it?
I had built a new car.
Already
I
had
built-
it ready.
It was done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, before we went to the last race, the last one of my no preparations that we had was I took both the cars, the 69 and the 68, and the original Reaper. After that race, I was going to retire it and put factory suspension back under the front, make it a pro street car.
That would have been cool as hell.
Yeah.
And that's something
that was the plan and that all went up in smoke, literally, not figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, for you to actually come back out of that and continue racing, it shows a lot about who you are. Though, you know, like
Well,
Stacy.
it wasn't just about me.
Well, I mean,
So,
your fans.
the
The
second-
support
second-
from the fans
The
was
second
biggest
Reaper
thing.
was every
Cheers, guys.
everything on that car was built by me and my brothers.
Yeah, that's
Every
damn
piece
good.
and part. The chassis,
You build
Clayton
all that.
Murphy.
You build the chassis yourself at your shop.
well, Clayton Murphy, that owns Chassis Engineering, told me, because the thing with the original Reaper, it was a 10.5 Outlaw car.
Yeah.
So it worked great for no prep. But once those tracks started coming around, it worked great on the street, but it didn't like a racetrack as much as it did being on the street. And Clayton Murphy tells me, he says, listen, you need to send your brother and send me a car and we'll build a chassis. We'll build a real chassis. Because the original Reaper was not a chassis car. It was actually built in Virginia by a NASCAR team.
Really? That's pretty crazy.
I still have the car. The other car, that was a 25-1 car, it didn't test out that good, but actually Reaper tested 100%. The guy from NHRA, Lonnie Grimm, he said, I'll certify that car tomorrow. But it's all made out of 150 wall ductile chrome moly, which is, and it's all inch and 5/8. So basically it's 3 times thicker than it needs to be for a race car.
Which is killer. You've always been, though, like over the top on the safety equipment. You
No,
know?
this was the NASCAR team. That's where the
Okay.
NASCAR thing came in.
Gotcha.
So when Lonnie's testing the car after they burnt, checking them for hardness and all that, let me go hit my other machine. He come back and he goes, he said, James, it's showing to be 150 wall. I said, it is. You don't use 150 wall. Most race cars are built out of 65 or 85 wall. So this is like twice as thick. And I said, oh, I did tell you this car was built by a NASCAR team, right? He goes, that's the only thing they run that in. But that was why the car was so heavy.
Yeah.
But it's also why it works so good on the street, because it wouldn't flex. So when Clayton, I sent a 67 Camaro body down there. My younger brother Chris, he's the fabricator. He went past, in the first 2 years of fabricating, he surpassed me. I can't even touch what he can do. He's pretty incredible. And I sent the guy that now works for me full-time, Brad, down there to weld it, and my older brother went down there to help too. So they built the chassis at Chassis Engineering, and Clayton actually taught my brother how to set one of them up, how to bend the pipe, how to do everything. And then from there, it came back, and I plumbed it, wired it, painted it. Chris and Gerald, we did all the carbon fiber, so everything to that car was all done by me and my brothers.
Man, that's super cool. And you still got it, I take it.
That's the one I hit the wall in 155 mile an hour.
I mean, you still got it.
Still got the car. Still not hurt.
Yeah.
But when the car is burned, I was done.
Yeah.
But me and my brothers just built this badass super light. I mean, the car was super light. 2,375 pounds with me in. That's when I was 258.
And what kind of horsepower was in that motor you're running?
It was 3,000.
3,000.
That car was my only shot at winning an MPK.
It's crazy.
The pass before before I put it into the wall at Texas, we went 381 at 200 mile an hour on 38 pounds of boost.
That's crazy.
And I told Stacy, I said, we got him. Yeah. Because the fastest car at that time was like 385, 386.
But they're running exotic like Hemis in there.
Oh yeah, I was the only one but the reason I ran a big block Chevrolet is because I got to be 300 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
So when we went that 381, I told Stacy going into Arizona, I said, we got it, we're gonna win. I'll put 5 pounds in this car, that'll put it in the 70s. Nobody's been a 70 yet. First pass, it shook the tires, ripped the 4-link bars out of the doublers, and put me in the wall at 155 mile an hour.
I mean, so Stacy, when you're there at those races, I mean, how's your day like watching him in a car like that going that fast? I mean,
Well,
I'm nervous for him to sit in here. Like, I imagine you were out of your mind.
When she watched
So,
that pass, that's the last time she's been to a racetrack.
I've watched him make plenty of passes. I've seen him get loose and get out of it. I've seen nitrous backfires that have caused fires inside, at the end of the track. And so after you see all this little stuff that
She watched me put that car. She watched me in the final have that car 6 inches off the wall, and everybody else is going, he's gonna hit the wall. She goes, no, he's got it.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
So it's always been no big deal. Well then, and when you're videoing and you're watching the race in the little screen, it's not, you don't get quite the same impact. But when he hit the wall in Arizona, that was...
For you, that was it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden I've seen him hit the wall, so no big deal, but I don't ever see him burst into flames like he did. And then I
saw some of the videos, that's crazy.
Well,
then I just didn't know
really
what to
do
do.
have, like, you're known, though, for building these cars with the best safety equipment, overkill, your fire suppression, everything worked.
When I was building that car, I had a combination in mind that I could be the lightest, because I don't have Noonan Hemis, I don't have Proline Hemis, I got a big block Chevrolet.
Which is cool.
So the fact that I run a big block Chevrolet because I could be 300 pounds lighter. So when I built this car, and this was the lightest no prep steel roof and quarter car anybody's ever built. Everybody's still trying to figure out how I did it. But if you ever looked at the car, you can figure it out real quick. When I'm sitting there and I've got the chassis of the car, I got the motor and the transmission in it, the Pro Charge on it, because it started out as Pro Charge, and I'm looking at the car and I went through there and I said, okay, this is what I need to live if I crash the car.
No.
This is what I need to make the car go down from A to B. Everything past those two things is a nicety, not a necessity. So weight was my big deal.
No.
So a Holly dash, a 7-inch Holly dash weighs 2.3 pounds. My dash weighed 2 ounces because I took a piece of titanium from TMS, put a piece of carbon fiber on it, and I had 4 idiot light, LED idiot lights.
That's all you need.
Because you can't see anything in those cars anyway. But if you look inside my car, it was super, super simple. Because, I mean, I put plastic bolts to hold all the electronics. The lightweight electronics was all with plastic bolts. No bolt had more than, I mean, if it had a 1/4 inch sticking out, I cut the extra threads off of it. A lot of titanium. And it was a very, very simple, basic car.
Does
because there was
everybody
nothing
build
extra.
those cars like that?
No.
No, I mean.
No, they want all the fancy, they want the fanciest bells and whistles and extra everything that they can get. And all I needed, because the only way that I could win with that car is I had to be lighter. I had to be able to get, the weight that I could weigh with a Pro Charger was 2,500 pounds. To get to 2,500 pounds with a big block car like that, it's tough.
Dude, but you're a
I was
genius at
23,
this
25.
stuff. Like, you're a genius at it. You really are. Like, you've done it so long,
If you build one of those cars with a specific idea in mind, it's not hard to do. Now, taking a car that's already built
Oh yeah.
and trying to get it light, it's almost impossible.
You did that like
we just
2
went
years.
that with the 69.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the reason. The 69 with the same combination, it went 385 at 200, but I had it at 53 pounds.
Yeah.
So and that it wasn't going to last. It could not. That motor, the big block Chevrolets that I was running that Scott Douglas built were not designed to run at 50, 60 pounds of boost.
No.
They'll make 4,000 horsepower, but they're only going to do it because I didn't have billet heads. All mine was all cast up.
Yeah, it's just going to shatter.
Which was the reason I got all the weight brakes. But when we went the second car, the 69, it was supposed to weigh 2,600 when I got it. It was 2,900 when I got it. And
But you dropped some stuff out of that.
We spent 20 grand on carbon and titanium and all that stuff. CJ's race cars did all the titanium for us. Glass Tech, I called them, said, hey, I need all this carbon because I had all fiberglass. But we were still 300 pounds too heavy.
Yeah.
And 286 pounds to be exact. And the only advantage I had running a big block Chevrolet was that weight. So once I didn't have that weight,
You're not in the conversation.
you're not going to win.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. When that car when I had to put that much boost in it to get it running 380, no, it didn't run through 85, it ran at 89. So it's almost a tenth slower than it was before, 300 pounds and 17 more pounds of boost than I had in it. And I'm like, I can't win.
No.
And I've always said the day that I pull into a racetrack, knowing I can't win the race or at least have a chance, there's no point in being there.
Talking about that though, like, so tell me about a race that you won that you had no business of winning. So like you show up thinking that, but you actually won. Because I guarantee you have that story.
I don't know about winning a race.
Winter Meltdown.
Huh?
The Winter Meltdown.
Oh yeah, that was a good one
That
actually.
was a pretty cool story, really.
What? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So we went to Winter Meltdown. The original Reaper. I had a Pro Charger on it.
Yeah, I had a Pro Charger on
And
it.
we're in the finals, and against a guy that got a hard running car, but I'm convinced there's no way that he's going to fucking outrun me. Because that day, I mean, that day, when everything's going right, everything goes right. And,
I hear you.
and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know it's going right. So every pass, if the car broke, it was an easy fix. And we're in the final, and when I turned loose of the brake, and I watched him cross the finish line first, I was like, son of a bitch. Well, I drive down in Houston, or no, it wasn't Houston, San Antonio. You have to go down the return road. You come right back by the stands as a return road, and we're pulling the car back through the stands. I've already thought, fuck, I fucking lost in the final. Damn, I thought I had this race. And everybody's standing up and they're clapping, and I'm pissed. I went, you, fuck all you people. I drove my ass off. We did a great fucking job. You want to sit there and make fun of me? So I'm at the pit. I'm pissed. And Ruben, the bar, comes over to me. He goes, hey, man, congratulations. I said, hey, kiss my ass, dude. And he goes, what? I said, congratulations for losing? He said, you didn't lose. He said, he red lit. I said, what? He goes, dude, you had them so scared. He said, he left. He said, he straight up red lit. He said, he let go of the button before you were ever even, as soon as you finished staging, he tried to guess the light and red lit. And I went, damn.
So I won.
I actually did win that race.
You're changed in a
boy,
heartbeat.
when everybody was standing in them stands, it didn't hit me till the next day. Because
that's a
when
good
everybody's
one,
standing in them stands and they're clapping as we're driving by, I thought, man, what a bunch of pricks. Everybody making fun. I mean, I drove my ass off. Matter of fact,
that's a good story.
Third round, I raced a full-blown, legitimate pro nitrous
Corvette or
pro mod with an 800-inch fucking Busey motor in it, 7 stages.
Oh,
and
God.
I mean, and the car got loose, and I pedaled it, and I mean, I literally went around him with the car cocked sideways and dropped the chutes at about 500 feet to pull the car back straight. So I mean, I had to drive the wheels off that car to get that win. And when I see everybody stand up clapping, and I thought I lost, I was like, man, what a kick in the ball.
Yeah.
You know, I drove my ass off. I worked my ass off.
Did
We
you put your
everything
life
right.
on the line for him? I mean,
She out with Sean?
the doggy?
Well, she's just 100% made herself at home here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This is a public place. We're, pet and kid friendly around here most
So,
times,
The only one that was as good as that was a big thing everybody kept going. Put it on radios. Put it on radios. Well, I don't radio race. Put it on radios. Put that car on radios and see how fast it is. So I just decided one day, you know what? We're going to put it on radios. We're going to go to Radio versus the World. Radio versus the World, I call it Radio versus, or Wallet versus the World.
You're right.
Because those guys will literally blow an $80,000 motor just to qualify. And we went up there with a nitrous car that was way overweight, and on my 6th pass on radios, we set the record for the fastest on a 315 radio. On our 5th pass, on our 4th pass, we went a 992, and on our 6th pass, it went 984 in the 60 foot.
That's crazy. How many passes you get on a set of those tires?
Back then, the fastest anybody had ever been on that 315 was like a 990 flat or something. But then Stevie Jackson comes in at the 11th hour on the last day of the race and goes at 82 to take my record. But he did it in a pro mod. He did it in a full-blown pro mod.
Well, so that's a difference, dude.
It was that was one of them times that you could always tell. My social media is bigger than, it's bigger than the show was.
Yeah.
I have a huge social media. So you can always judge how people feel about something by the negative comments. And when we went to Radio versus the World, and basically we qualified, nobody from the 405 has ever went there their first time and qualified. Some of them's taken 3 or 4 times to ever qualify. We qualified for the first time. We went one round at the first time and set the fastest 60 foot anybody had ever been on a 315. And I'm talking about them say $300,000-$400,000 cars that I got my bucket out there that actually out 60 foot. That was the old Reaper with a nitrous motor.
That's pretty damn cool.
So it was pretty funny.
Flying.
It was pretty funny because the next day there was crickets. There's not one negative comment. And I can't remember who it was that asked me, said, why nobody say anything? I said, what can you say when I just did a 984 on my 6th pass? And there was guys coming over going, dude, how'd you do that? I said, this shit's easy. You guys got a chain and sprocket track. They bring the track to your car. If you want to do something hard, get a set of big tires and try to put it down that street out there.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's a little different.
But the radios, for me, it was pretty easy.
It's that background of street racing,
It's all of this there's a method that everyone, to all the madness on this. So a radio car you want a radial car to separate, drive the tire into the ground. If you get that tire to turn one revolution, you can pretty much throw the kitchen sink at it. Because the only thing it's gonna do is either stand up and blow over or knock the tire off. That's the only two things. Big tire car, you got a lot more, especially out on the street. Whether it's gonna dead hook the tire, stick the tire, basketball the tire, and shake the tires, or tire shakes bad. That's a big thing with a big tire car.
Man, so you've been racing a long time. You've gone a lot of races. If there's like one tool or one brand that you would have to bring to all those races, what would it be? You know, what's your go-to? You got to bring Stacy. That's a good answer.
When we crashed that car, or when I crashed that car, Stacy told me, she goes, I don't want to go to the races. I'm wore out with it, blah, blah, blah. And it was funny because when Sean at Windrock hit me up about wanting to buy a car and wanting me to drive the car and do all that, when we walked out there, I told Stacy, I said, I'm not interested. I want to go back to it.
Yeah.
And she goes, baby, this you don't have. She said, he's going to pay for everything. You can hire. You can literally fly in, drive the car, and go home. She said, this is what you've always wanted. I said, yeah, just. So I said, you think I should do it? She goes, yeah. Then she would go to none of the races with me. None of them. And I knew what it was, but I finally told her one day, I said, listen, I said, the thing about this is, I don't want to do this without you.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I agree.
So when she did tell me, she goes, I'm not going to watch you die in that car. I said, why'd you push me into doing it? Why'd you tell me to do this?
Yep.
She said,
she
because
wants to support what you
I
love.
want to see you win. If the last face I see is hers, when I turn loose that button, I want it to be her.
Yeah, I'm good.
I get in that car, every time I get in that car, I understand it might be the last time. And I accept that. If you can't, you need to walk away right now.
Yeah.
This is a game of the odds, and the odds are against you. All you can do is you can try to make all the right decisions at the right time when something goes wrong. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Not the race, your life. And I told him, I said, dude, if you can't accept that and understand that that's something that can happen, you have to walk away, dude. You have to walk away. Now, with what happened at Arizona with
It's
Stacy,
understandable though for her not wanting to go back.
well, the thing is I didn't realize. With me, it was the car crossed up, car hit the wall, I dropped the chutes, I dropped the fire system. The only thing I was thinking when the car was upside down, because it went upside down the lid and it spun all the way down the track where there were no lights. So nobody knew the car was still spinning. So all anybody seen was me hit the wall, the fireball pictures I sent you, they see this big fireball, and that's all they seen. So that's all Stacy seen. So when Stacy's running down the track, she sees the front end of the car still on fire. There's no car. There's no James. There's nothing. So she literally thought I had disintegrated the car, everything. So when Bobby DeCody comes running by there and he's on his bike, he goes, Stacy, come on. And he had to literally physically, because she's still running down the track.
He had to pull in front of me, cut me off, and put me on his motorcycle because I could hear somebody
'cause you
saying,
kept going, yeah.
I heard somebody say, get on, get on, get on. And I'm just still running. And then finally he cuts me off and puts me on his little pit bike, and away we go. And then I get to the end, and then there's James just standing there like nothing
Oh,
happened.
I'm making cracks about the steel roof and quarters and all this stuff. And
You done thought he was gone.
I'm like, and then that was a whole nother, I'm like, what is going on here? Because that's not what I expected.
oh, as soon as she come over there, and I said, I'm fine, baby. As soon as I put my arms around her, she collapsed. I had to hold her up.
That's a lot to go through.
That was a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah, it was.
It was too much.
It was too much.
Have you done
too
really good
much.
supporting them? I mean, it makes sense that maybe take a break, you know?
No, that ain't a break. I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done. One, I'm not gonna spend. Well, and the thing is, when you're racing at that level, you have to have that edge.
Oh, yeah.
And that edge is when you pull up there and you're staging that car, you're shaking, you're so excited. I mean, I hadn't done that in 2 years.
You've done a lot in 2 years.
No, in 2 years, I never had that
Well,
feeling.
I'm just saying, yeah, so
It was gone.
So that-
I'm like, I go
You're
through the
done
motions.
racing.
I'm going through the motions. Like, man, I just want to get this pass over with, get out of this damn car.
but so you got the racing out of your system.
Oh no, the racing will never be out of my system. Racing 3-second cars at a racetrack, oh, I'm done. But falling out here on the street, I'm all
A little
about
bit
that.
different. You've been building cars like crazy lately. Let's talk about that. I mean, dude, how many Camaros and Firebirds have you owned? That's what I want.
Oh, no, see, Firebird's simple. The most Firebirds I've ever owned is 4, and I own 3 of them now.
All right. What about Camaros?
Camaro's 300.
300.
I
That's what I'm
probably
talking
own 300 of them.
about. Like, I love that. Like, and you've been building these cars like crazy lately. You know.
Well,
How many cars are you building right now? Let's make it easy.
or you want to know how many cars I have, or how many
No,
cars
how
I'm
many are
building?
you building? Well, how many cars do you have?
35.
35. You got a problem with cars?
No, cars
No,
have
I
a problem with me. They just seem to keep coming in.
And you got some cool cars, man.
Do have some cool cars, and that's the thing. I'm tired of the racing. The racing takes up time, and Jeff Lutz put it the best of anybody. When we did this, when they wanted me to come back to the show, and I told Sam, I said, he goes, what does it take? Discovery wants to know what it takes. I said, well, Sam, you know it's not about money with me. He goes, what does it take? I said, we do it street cars. We drive our street cars, we race, and I think it'll be a hit. I think everybody will love it, and everybody did love it.
Yeah.
They did love it.
Yeah.
We were just 2 years too late with it. But that Jeff Lutz came by and he goes, dude, you know how cool it is not to have to put your car on life support to make a pass? That's literally what those cars are. You come by, you got to put a battery charger, you got to put all this other stuff. You can't take one of those cars and hot lap.
No, you can't go through the drive-through and go get ice cream.
Although I did drive Reaper down the interstate to the motel when the trailer broke down because I wasn't going to leave my car in it. There's a video on there of me.
Did you really?
I drove 10 miles. Yeah, 10 miles.
Scared the shit out of people when you pulled in the parking lot.
It was
It
funny
was
because
like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you really scared me.
And when I pulled up, I got out of it. I said, streetcar. But the streetcar stuff, I mean, it's a lot more fun to be able to get in one and actually drive it.
Absolutely.
I can't put Stacy with me.
You know, so for the younger generation out there, do you have any like words of wisdom you want to give to like somebody that wants to get into race car driving, not just street, but you know, what would you tell a young person that wants to get into what you did for so many years?
Well, the thing is, if we don't get that crowd,
It's over.
that 25 to 35, or well, actually,
Yes,
so I follow
you're
all
right.
my demographics. That 18 to 25
You're
crowd
right, though, yeah.
is what we don't have. You guys don't have it. We don't have it. None of the people that build parts have it. We really don't have it. Now, LS Fest,
It's there.
they're getting it.
Yeah, it's there.
So
Some of the tuner stuff, the Japanese following of the Hondas, it's there
The
for
import.
some of it. BMW.
and the thing is, it don't even matter what kind of racing they get into. It's if they're turning a tire and they're racing and they're working on their car and they're trying to make their car faster, that's what hot rodding's about.
Yep.
That's what it's about. It's when it turns into a job. When it turns into a job, it takes all the fun out of it. It robs everything out of the fun part of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
And when you get into the money equation, you know,
expensive.
when I started doing this, it wasn't who had the most money. It was who the smartest guy was, who took what little bit of money he had and made his car as fast as he possibly could, made the right decision on the right tune-up, or, well, back then we had carburetors, but, I mean, how much nitrous you could get on this road, and everything I did was always on the street. So
You're right about that, though.
the people getting into this it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, stop doing it. As soon as it quits being fun, don't do it.
I agree with that. You've done really good, though, man. You've done a lot, though. You've raced. You've been on TV. I think you had a business where you build buildings for people, like a construction business. So, I mean, how can people find what you got going on out there? What's the best way to find James
You can
Gill?
come to Camaro Central right now. Come
on,
boys,
let's do it.
Camaro Central.
But I'm serious. I mean, tell our audience, you know, like
So-
your social media, your YouTube. I know, Stacy, you run a lot of it. Tell these people where to find you guys.
Well-
The main way to reach out to us is through our Facebook page or through our website, outoftimemotorsports.com.
Out of Time Motorsports. I mean, that's the main one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're always out of time. That's why there's a busted hourglass on every car.
Yeah, we've been
Everybody's
out of
like,
time
what is that? Hey,
for years.
and that's exactly what it is. You're out of time all the time.
Absolutely.
But
Just
you-
in restoration, too, man. Like, it's crazy. You can never get them done. These cars, if you have an old car, they're never done anyways. There's always something you can do to them.
Well, we've got 2 that we're hoping to have done.
Which we're going to talk, the
Done.
The Camaro and the 70 model Camaro and the 70 model Firebird.
No, I'm talking about the Sprint.
Huh?
The Sprint.
Oh, a Sprint?
The
She wants her
Sprint,
car done.
the Sprint and the Firebird
Her car.
have to be done, and then we'll move on.
you still have
to
a car?
To the 70.
You still have a car?
I saw her working on it not that long ago.
Cars, yeah.
The Sprint. You want me to finish the Sprint?
I want us to finish the Sprint and the Firebird before we start on the Camaro and the Firebird.
Let's get that us thing going, and I'm all in.
Us.
Because the last few times it's been me. That's what I told her the other day. I said, listen, if you're not going to help me,
I've seen her cleaning up the shop.
That'd be a
making
neat
room,
car for you guys to
organizing.
check out too, which I need to remember to see if they got the clips before we leave.
Clips.
You
Well,
got
That's, hold,
anything you want.
that's holding me up on
need
the
clips, we got
finishing up the chrome.
Well, James, I mean, you want to tell, any stories, anything else while we're sitting here? Something like,
I'm going to drive that.
that thing's pretty mean.
No.
Oh, the race car? Honestly,
Yeah, 240.
we put a normal clutch in it. I took it,
Oh, well, it blows
Street
right through that
Rod,
then, don't it?
NSRA Louisville, it's probably 5-6 years ago. And I trailed it up, and it had that tiny little race clutch on it, and I was gonna put it on our spots. And it's got that polished concrete floor in there. Dude, I mean, you couldn't get the car to go straight. Like, it was I burnt the shit out of the clutch. I mean, smoked the whole, I couldn't even get back up the trailer. We had to
Ben, get off the bourbon, get out of the car.
yeah, I needed you, dude. I don't want to drive a damn race car, I had a lot of fun, though. And I mean, we brought that into Louisville, though. I mean, I fired it up in there. Everybody got scared. We'll fire that up in a second because it's got some, I don't even know what the compression is.
12.5 to 1. 5302 is 12.5 to 1.
It's pretty mean.
Yeah.
Like, it'll shake this little building here.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty fun.
Just like that car over there. That's the epiphany of street racing right
That
there.
is.
The
Yeah.
original car, and people don't even know, from two-lane black. So we're in
that's
MPK one day,
the original.
or we were out on the street talking about, that's when we was doing the street show.
Yeah.
And Dominator had that yellow 33 Plymouth Coupe
Oh,
with a
yeah,
Hemi in it,
yeah,
or 30
absolutely.
model with a Hemi in it.
Been all
And this
over.
guy from Ohio comes up. He's got a black 55. So me and Sean and all were like, it's got to be those two, hook up. And Ryan's over there and he goes, oh, he's gonna be pissed I say this. Ryan's over there and he goes, what's the big deal? And Sean looks at him, he goes, what do you mean what's the big deal? A black 55 against a yellow coupe? Ryan goes, I don't understand. He goes, have you never seen two-lane blacktop?
I mean, come on, man.
Have you never seen American Graffiti? He goes, no. I say, your street cred's pulled, dude. You ain't no real street racer until you watch American Graffiti.
Mike G's going to love this conversation.
And two-lane blacktop, there ain't no point in you even talking to us again. Oh, Ryan got pissed. He's like, really? Is it that good a show? He said, I keep hearing you and Sean, you and Sean busting my balls about this two-lane black. I said, no, it's the stupidest show you ever seen.
Don't even watch it, man.
It's a stupid show. It really is. That is a stupid show. It really is.
Oh,
It's a 55 Chevy that most people don't know had a rock crusher and a 513 gear, and that car was street raced in Southern California for years. So against a 70 model GTO racing cross country. It's a dumb plot and it's all that. But who gives a shit? It's a 55 Chevy with a big block Chevrolet and a rock crusher, and all the street racing when they pull that deck lid off. Blah, blah, blah.
Dude, it was inspirational to.
That was street racing.
That's what started a lot of this stuff. That's what started that from. That's really what started Camaro Central. That movie.
There
Sean's
wasn't.
dad is the reason we're all here. That's why he's got that car. You would love the story.
Where'd she go?
That's how the story
She's hanging. Well, that's the thing. The plot and the TV show, it's not a good plot. It's not good scripted and all that, but it's about
a good movie.
It's about fucking racing.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
pretty
that's the
good
coolest shit either. You know, when they're going up there and they're counting their money, we got $10 to eat on and $75 to race on. So I mean, but that was the epiphany of street racing. I mean, when two guys running across country, racing somebody for money to try to, and having to race for money to win enough money to get to the next town. That's what it used to be about.
I love it, man.
So that car, I want to build one of them cars so bad.
You've had one of the nicest 55.
Still got it.
You still got it? The one that got stolen, you got it back, and you still have it. That's pretty nice.
18 years later, I still ain't finished that car. Still have not drove that car.
Well, I mean,
It's over on the dyno right now. I mean,
you
it's,
might want to drive it. I'm just saying.
Maybe by the time this podcast airs, we will have driven it.
Travis, she's the one that kicked you, not me. Actually, it's on the dyno. I think it's actually even done. But it's to the, I drove that car 1 mile.
Well,
And when I drove it that 1 mile,
it's okay, James.
the brake
you
pedal,
have other cars.
the brake pedal fell off of it.
That's not good.
No, and the thing was,
It was all bad.
Hold up.
no, it was all bad because actually the person that had dynoed and tuned that car and changed a bunch of the computer stuff was Chief. So, and of course, instantly I went to that place in my head. He intentionally left that brake pedal off. Actually,
No.
the brake rod came off. I went across the dirt road, but that's the only time I've driven the car.
How'd you stop?
Huh?
How'd you end up?
Through it in park
Yeah, on gravel.
on gravel.
We went across the main road onto the gravel road up
But
the hill.
I told Stacy as soon as it's done, I'm selling it. And she goes, well,
Eh.
here's the story behind that car. My son found the car on Racing Jump, and it was a really cool car. Stacy actually, that was one of the only cars she actually helped me with. We
We
sat
can't
out
sell
there, we did the frame, and I boxed the frame and all that stuff and ground on it, and she wire brushed it and all that. Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
And we got it on.
It's cool when y'all
We
work
got it on
together
our,
and stuff.
we got
You
it
gotta
on
get
our
her car
first
done.
anniversary.
Yeah, and we got that car, it was delivered on our 1 year anniversary.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an anniversary present.
Yeah.
Well, right now, it hasn't
Well,
been
it was
much of a
back
trend.
then. Now we've kind of like put all these other little dates to it and nothing's panned out, so
So now, I keep it out of sight.
So
and out of
when's the
mind.
anniversary though?
February.
All right. I'd say have that car ready come February and cruise that thing.
Like I told him, I said, I didn't even tune it myself. I took it to Travis Cannon and said, here, you tune it. He goes, dude, I don't want to touch it. I'm
You're
done.
like the man at tuning it.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Yeah, you are, dude. Over the phone,
The-
you hooked me up just on
Well,
telling me what I had for one
thing
car.
is, there
You're
are
the man.
very few real tuners. And when
You're
I say
one of 'em.
tuners, nope, I'm not a tuner. And here's my definition of a tuner. A tuner, a real tuner, somebody that's really good. They can go to the racetrack with you. They know that they can watch that tire and see what they need to do with the chassis. They know what to do with the motor. They know what to do with the tune-up. A real tuner knows how to do that car from front bumper to back bumper. There are very, very, very few. Probably maybe 20, 30 guys like that in the whole United States. Now, there's a lot of what I call super tuners that they can punch that keyboard
Yeah, remote in.
and they can make the motor run,
Yeah.
but they can't make the car function. Monty Smith was one of that guy was a front bumper to the back bumper. Steve Petty.
Yeah,
Everybody knows who
hold on. I see what you're saying.
Steve Petty could tune that car from the front bumper to the back bumper. Those are real tuners. There are very, very few of them in this world. But I don't consider myself a tuner. I can make one run, and I'm pretty good at making them work. But as for tuning all the time, I don't like doing it.
I don't blame you. Well,
Besides, that's why I run Holly, because it's all self-tuning.
I know you're a Holly guy, man.
I am a Holly guy.
And like when I was asking that question, like what brand or tool, I thought you were going to say Holly. You did so much better by saying Stacy.
No, that is the one tool that I don't do without.
No,
Or
I get
can't
you,
do
man. You
without.
did real good.
Yeah.
And I do want to thank you though for.
Damn, this is on tape. She gonna.
Oh, dude, it's
She got to
forever.
download this
You
and
done
play
told her.
that. Every time I turn around and say, Stacy, did you? Hey, hang on.
That's right.
I can't do it
We'll
without
get
you.
a
I
copy
can't do it
sent
without.
first.
She'll put it in a loop.
But hey,
clean
going
it.
back to Holly, I want to thank you though for hooking us up with Holly. You really helped us out a lot with the '67 Camaro we're building.
Well, and you guys are going to help Holly out. That's
It's a give and
It's
go
a
good
kind of
partnership.
relationship, but you really spearheaded it. You made it happen. Not in a week, not in a couple of days. You made it happen like that.
Well,
it was the same day, an hour
it
later.
it was a beneficial deal all the way around. I mean,
Just saying, you made
people
it
don't
happen.
understand how big Muscle Car Central, Camaro Central, Firebird Central. They don't understand how big this place is, because if you look at the website, you think, oh, it's somebody selling parts. They don't have no clue.
We
that-
got it.
To give you guys an idea, actually, I just sent a complete list for the 72 Camaro we're doing, and some other stuff I need for my Firebird. Now this stuff, I can order it. I'm a dealer for them and buy it from Dynacom and get it shipped. But I actually sent that to Ben, and 15 minutes later he goes, "Boop! All your stuff's boxed up, ready to go."
Ready to go, every piece.
And
Donegal had some stuff in Cali, some stuff in
Yeah.
PA. You would have had to have two truck freights. We
well,
had it on
and
one.
Yeah.
You know,
And you remember what got me sold on you guys?
interior kits.
Interior kit.
Yeah,
Because
interior kits.
nobody makes a complete damn interior kit. You can get the seat cover, the complete interior kit. No, it's not complete.
We make them special for you.
No. Don't
we
say
like
that
you,
because
James.
I tell everybody the same thing.
We make them for
Hey,
everybody.
I just told
But
another
we
guy
like James.
the other day, and matter of fact, a friend of mine does a poster. He was like, nobody does a complete kit. Remember I had him
Oh,
on the
yeah,
phone that day
yeah.
with you. I said, right here. Because you order an interior kit from you guys, it comes with every screw. I mean, everything to completely do that kit.
It comes with all the stuff you're gonna get halfway through putting it in and go,
Look, where is
oh
it?
crap, I don't have this.
Dude, that's
Oh
the
crap,
worst.
I don't have
It
that.
is.
That
No,
is
we build
absolutely
enough
the
cars that we built those. It's not like you buy it all boxed up. We have 50
No,
different
you guys build
companies.
these kits.
Yeah,
You
you
build
have
the
to buy
kits
them,
in-house,
those parts
yeah.
of 50 different companies to make one kit. But we built enough cars over the years. We know that. You know,
Yeah.
He was,
first
he
rate-
was bragging about how good he was at putting seat covers on. So since I've been here twice, I think it's time for him to come on down and he can show me how to put seat covers
Dude,
on.
I'm
separate
good with
chairs.
duct tape and super glue. I'm your guy. You let me know.
Did you see how fast he ducked that?